video, we're going to practice column subtraction. The key to success with this method, very much the same as column addition, is all about setting out your calculations clearly and correctly, making sure all the digits line up in their correct place value columns. In the example on the screen, you will see I've got my ones lined up, I've got my tens lined up, and I've got my hundreds lined up. And now I can solve the calculation starting with the lowest place value, which is on the right of the calculation. So we're going to do 9 take away 4, which is 5. 7 take away 5, which is 2. And then we've got 6 take away 2, which is 4. So the answer to my first calculation is 425. Let's look at another example. This time the numbers are a little bit larger. The same principle applies though. We start on the right. 5 subtract 4 is 1. 3 take away 7. I can't do that because 3 is smaller than 7. So what I'm going to have to do is go next door to the next place value column, and I'm going to take 1 from that 8. So what I'm going to show you is I cross out the 8 and I'm going to take 1 and give it to my 3. Now, I had an 8 and I've taken 1 away, so that is going to become a 7, and I write it just like that. Okay, back to my tens column, this one I'm looking at. I've now got 13 take away 7, which gives me 6. In my next column, I've got a 7 take away 6, which is 1. And then in my final column, I've got a 7 take away 2, which is 5. So in this calculation, the final answer was 5,161. Here I've got a calculation written in a horizontal format. Let's have a look at how we set it out correctly, making sure our place value columns all line up. I've got 9,042 and I need to subtract 836. So I'm going to start by writing my largest number, because in this method, the largest number always goes on the top. Here we go, 9,042. And then I'm going to subtract 800. So this is my 100 column. I'm going to write it there, 836. Use my ruler to underline, because it's always important to set your work out. Oh dear, that went a bit wrong, didn't it? Let me undo that and do that one again. It's always important to underline properly. And now we can solve the calculation. Okay, starting in the ones column on the right. 2 take away 6. There's a problem. 2 is smaller than 6, so I need to go next to the next column, and I need to take 1 from there. Let's have a look. In the next column, I've got a 4. I'm going to take one of those 4s. So I'm going to cross it out. I'm going to give it to the 2 like that. But that 4, which is crossed out, has now become a 3 because I've taken 1 away. Okay, back to my calculation. In my ones column, I've now got 12 take away 6, and the answer is 6. In my tens column, I've got 3 take away 3, which is 0. In my hundreds column, I've got a 0 take away 8. Now, 0 is smaller than 8, so I'm going to have to do taking from the next column. I'm going to go over, cross out that 9, take 1 and give it to the 0, but that 9, whoopsie, has become an 8. Okay, 10 take away 8 is 2, and then we've got 8 take away, what was an empty square? There's nothing there. We treat it as a 0. 8 take away 0 is still 8. So my answer to this calculation is 8,206. That one was a bit tricky, wasn't it? I'd like you to have a go. Have a look at the screen. I've got a calculation written in the horizontal format. Can you have a go at putting it into the right columns and then solving it? Pause the screen, and then when we come back together, we'll go through the answer. Okay, let's have a good look at how you got on. So I'm going to set out my calculation first by writing the number 8,392, and I'm subtracting 678. So I'm going to make sure my 600 goes in the hundreds column. 678. Use my ruler. And again. Okay, right, here we go, starting on the right. 2 subtract 8. I have to go next door and take from this 9. 12 subtract 8 is 4. 8 subtract 7 is 1. 3 subtract 6. I have to go next door. 13 subtract 6 is 7. And then 7, take away nothing, is 7. So the final answer should be 7,714. Did you get it right? Phew, you superstar, well done. So that's the end of this video. And I hope if you keep practicing, you remember to set your calculations out correctly, just like we've been practicing now. As always, if you need more help with anything, please use the comment section, send me a message, and I'll happily get back to you. Bye-bye.